Today, to celebrate 15,000 subscribers on this channel and 1 million total channel views. Well, I don't know if we're gonna hit both of those numbers at the exact same time, but we're pretty close to both. So we're answering your most asked questions about sports videography, video editing, working in sports, life in general. If you ask it on my Instagram, then we're answering it here today. And we're also doing a giveaway of 5 copies of my football video LUT pack, 5 copies of my sports video LUT pack, and one hour consultation where we can just chat it up about whatever you want to know, working in sports, how to make better videos, what's my favorite color. It's all on the board. We can talk about it. So stick around until the end of the video if you want to learn how you can possibly win any of that. All right, so the first question is, working in sports what you expected? And I'm gonna say yes and no. I expected to be on fields filming big games. I expected to be spending a lot of time in front of the computer editing, but I don't think I had really thought about the travel aspect of it or the crazy hours that come with working in sports, even though it's so obvious now that I'm doing it that that's something that's part of it and it's something that I love and I'm super okay with it. But I didn't think that choosing to work in sports would mean that I'm working a bunch of weekends and I'm always up until 9 or 10 p.m. until I started doing it. And I also didn't realize the big freelance culture around sports. I feel like a lot of people who film sports freelance with other people who film sports for other organizations in their region. And I didn't anticipate that was going to be such a big part of things, because you think about your regular accountant. Your accountant's not freelancing with the other firm on the weekend, you know what I mean? But you can fully work for one organization and then freelance for another organization as a sports videographer. And as long as they're not literally competing organizations, it's not that big of a deal, which is interesting and not something I expected. But yeah, working in sports has been a ton of fun, and I feel like there's always new surprises. I just love it so much. Next is, how many hours per week do I work? Well, an estimate, I guess. So God, now I have to think about this. So I guess it's a 40-hour work week, so 40 there. We got YouTube stuff, so that's filming or editing at night. How often to do that? Maybe 3 hours a night. That seems about right. So we're 40 hours plus 3 hours a night, and let's say I do that 5 days a week and take 2 days off. So that's another 15. Now I'm at 55, and maybe 5 hours of freelance, and I'm at 60. So yeah, about 60 hours a week. And yeah, I know it's a lot of hours to work, but I would make sports videos for free if I wasn't already getting paid for it. So when your work is also your hobby, it's really not that bad. Was there a turning point in my video quality when I felt like I went from amateur to pro? There almost certainly was a turning point. Did I know that turning point was happening? Or did I think that turning point had already happened a lot earlier is probably more accurate? Yeah, I feel I probably thought that I was so sick a year or two after I started making videos, because I looked at what I had made a year or two prior and it was so much worse than what I was making now. So I thought that the stuff I was doing now was so good. But that's kind of just how it is. You look back on your work from a couple years ago and you always cringe a little because there's things you could have been doing better. I don't know, even now I feel I'm not pro, you know what I mean? I guess I technically am pro because it's my profession. I think everyone's their own harshest critic when it comes to those types of things. So it's easy to look at your own work and feel it's not professional yet. But a good indicator is to look at the feedback that you're getting from other people, and not necessarily always tangible feedback from a client. Don't get me wrong, that too. If a client's giving you really obvious adjustments and lots of adjustments all the time and tons of revisions, and no one's ever happy with your work, and you always get loads of simple revisions for things, that's probably an indicator that you're at the amateur level. If you're satisfying revisions faster and people are more satisfied with the end result and you can kind of judge that, then your videos are probably better. And even me, when I was putting stuff on the internet, I put stuff on the internet and on YouTube when I was very much so evidently at that amateur level and just starting making videos, and it didn't pick up any traction. It didn't get any reception. No one said anything negative, but no one said anything positive or commented or anything. And now I put things out and there's a small community of people who will be vocal about the fact that they enjoy it. So, that's reaffirming that maybe you're getting a little bit better. How does the Peter Sarellas, thanks Brent, keep all of his footage organized. I actually just got a NAS, like a network attached storage system. So it's like a Synology DS220 Plus. I'm no expert in this stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's the model number. And I put two 16 terabyte hard drives in it, so I can store like 16 terabytes of footage, and then I get an automatic backup of all of that footage. So like that keeps all of my stuff like secured and organized, and I can access it from anywhere, which is awesome. And then I also just have like specific hard drives for like every single thing. So I'll have like a CFL 2022 hard drive, a CFL 2023 hard drive, a YouTube hard drive. When I was at my old job, I had like a CBL hard drive, and like I have those hard drives as well. And then I have an SSD, like a Samsung T5, which is like just here. I can't pick it up, it's plugged in right now. But I have a Samsung T5 as well. That's just like my working drive for projects that I have on the go immediately. And then after that, everything gets backed up like to its proper drive and to the NAS, and then maybe goes also on cloud storage. So yeah, that's how I keep it all organized, and it works. Here, bring Peachy over. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we definitely have some more questions, but also our dog just got a haircut, and I know none of you care, but I don't care about that because it's my channel. But anywho, next question is, how do I schedule my week between work content versus personal brand content? It's honestly a pretty straightforward answer, because my work, for the most part, unless I'm going out to a different city to film a game, which is usually like in the evening or a weekend, is a pretty typical 9 to 5 of editing, and I think she wants to go down, so let's put her down. And then a lot of the personal brand content happens either in the evenings, so like maybe I'll work from 9 to 5 and then I'll do personal brand content from 8 to 11, or on the weekend where I can just like take all of Sunday and work a full 8-hour day and just do personal brand stuff so that I have a good video ready to go for the Monday. So that's usually how I schedule it out. In season, I kind of just find time where I can, and obviously my job comes first, and the personal brand has to take a bit of a back seat. I've also recently started using some editors. Shout out to Scott, he's my main dude. I'll put his Instagram somewhere on the screen here. But when I need to, I'll also outsource and edit now, and just pay for it and get the edit back, and like it at least gives me time back in my life when I'm not able to just do everything. So that's like well worth it for me. It's been really nice to be able to lift some of that weight off of my shoulders. Finding the balance is tricky, but doable with some time. Video editing pet peeve. Unintentional jump cuts, for sure. Unintentional jump cuts. Oh, and not grading log footage. The both terrible. How do I grow a beard like yours? And the answer is, you have to be born with it. I'm built different. I actually don't have much of a beard going right now, so I don't even know if I can really say that. The next question is dream collab. Like in terms of like YouTube, like collab with an athlete on a video. On YouTube, definitely Peter McKinnon, because he's another Peter from Toronto. That would just be so funny and cool. Dream athlete, if I could like make a video for like a certain athlete, who would I want to do? Definitely has to be a basketball player. Probably like Giannis. That'd be crazy. So next up, how to get gigs consistently. I feel like I'm not the most qualified to answer this because I do have a full-time job, so that's kind of my gig, and then everything else is just gravy, and then I have YouTube, which is kind of like self-directed. But as far as like how to get freelance gigs and stuff, there's a few things you gotta do. One is like put yourself out there. Make something, post it to as many places as possible, like Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, like Facebook, whatever. Just throw your work out there. Number two is networking, which is like a big, broad, like cliche term nowadays. But you know, just like when you go somewhere, be nice to people and try your best. And this is difficult for me sometimes because I'm a little bit more introverted by nature, but try your best to make a point to like talk to people when appropriate, not when you're in the middle of filming, but you know, when you have a break, and actually take an interest in them and what they're doing and what they're filming and what they're working on in general, and just like try to be a nice person about it. And like that's a good way to make genuine connections. And then when that person needs someone to do a certain thing for them, they have to bring someone else onto a job, or they need an editor or something, you'll get that call. Have a portfolio website. Having a portfolio website online where you can take all your best work, put it in a concise place, give someone an easy way to contact you, and acquire your services, that's massive. And then you can attach to that portfolio site an email that's not at gmail.com or anything, because it doesn't really look as professional and it's hard to be taken serious with that type of thing. But like at yourwebsite.com. So it can be like, if your name's Jake Smith, your website can be jakesmith.com. That's definitely taken. And then your email can be hello@jakesmith.com. And someone can reach out to you and acquire your video services like that. That's all I got off the top of my head, but let me know in the comments if you have any other tips for networking and acquiring gigs, if you're someone who's also freelancing and doing it successfully, and hopefully it can help everybody down there. Are there any questions about specific cameras or anything, just so I can have one question to clickbait this video with?
Yes.
Do you think someone looking to buy an FX3 should wait for a potential revision? I'm assuming this is like an FX3 Mark II or something. And honestly, like, I don't work for Sony. I don't know when these things are coming out. But if you want to buy a new camera, I would say if you're unsure, rent it first, give it a try, see if it actually helps your workflow. And if it's within a range of money that you're able to justify spending right now and it actually helps you make better videos, then just do it. We can't sit around and wait forever for new cameras to come out. I know I've made videos about cameras where I have said that I am waiting for another camera to come out, but I have enough cameras here to make sufficient videos with, and my videos look good. If you're in a place where you feel like the gear you have right now isn't cutting it for you and you need to buy something to up your production quality and you aspire to be a professional and want that professional quality, then I think it can make sense. And this doesn't apply to like just the FX3 or anything. This applies to like every potential equipment purchase you can possibly make. If a new piece of gear drops tomorrow, like we didn't know about it, you can't wait and hope something does or doesn't come out, because we just don't know. So just act on the information you have and make the best decision you can. Most overrated or underrated piece of kit, I guess piece of gear for beginner videographers. And this, like, for sure, no doubt, hands down, is a good light. When you're just starting out making videos, you go out and buy an expensive or medium type of expensive, maybe like $1,000 to $2,000 range camera, and you get probably a kit lens and then maybe like a 50mm 1.8 or something. But I feel like beginners don't actually get like a good key light like forever, and I was guilty of this too. I have the Godox VL150 now that I love as a key light for my videos, not these YouTube videos, but when I'm filming professional videos in the field. I didn't get that until 2 or 3 years into my process of making videos, and I would just light myself like at a window all the time, and if the window wasn't around and my little like $50 LED light that I could hold in my hand didn't cut it, then I was completely out of luck. So that was just like not a way to make videos. And once I actually got a good light with like a big parabolic softbox that I could use to diffuse it, my videos just became so much better. It was unbelievable. And you can honestly film such good videos with a super cheap camera if you light them really well. So I think more beginners should really focus on getting a good light kit first before upgrading their camera to something really expensive. Do you prefer soloing a project or working with other people for the same project? And I definitely prefer working with other people. I think that you can just make better quality videos when you work with others and everybody specializes in their specific role. This is like a classic team analogy. If you try to do it all yourself, it's not going to be that good. If everyone plays their role, you usually end up getting a better result. So like a lot of the times the nature of things and budgets and whatnot force you to work in a smaller team than you like, and sometimes not even a team, sometimes just yourself if it's a project that you want to take on despite a lower budget. But when the budget is there, it's really nice for the person who's good at filming to film, for the person who's good at lighting to light, for the person who's good at capturing clean audio to just capture audio, and the person who's good at editing to edit, and everyone to just work together and make it really good. And the best productions that I've been on have a team behind them. What's my favorite part of my job? My favorite part of my job has to be like being at a big event and thousands of fans are around you screaming and all the athletes are locked in and everyone's hyped on adrenaline and you're just in the middle of it capturing that big moment. Almost nobody gets to experience that, and to get to do it on a fairly regular basis is so cool. And then to create something out of that to help people relive that moment again in the future, it's unbelievable. It's crazy I get to just do that for work. It's definitely the best part of my job, and I just love being able to do what I love in that environment. Any tips for high schooler photographer looking to shoot video? I think that just in general, if you're like in high school or like that age range, like teenager, and looking to learn how to do photo or video, like we're going to talk specifically to sports videos because that's what we do on this channel. But the best thing you can do is leverage the sports at your school. Go talk to a coach of whatever sports team you want to film, and just ask if you can take photos or take videos to provide to them for free to post on like the school's Instagram account. I know a lot of schools have like athletic Instagram accounts, or maybe you want to just like take photos to put in yearbook or like a year-end video for the team or something. Whatever it is, sell it however you have to sell it to get access, and then just show up and make cool photos or videos for the team at your school. And then when you do a good job for one team, take that work and go to the next team, either at your school or at a different school, or maybe a club team in the community, and say, hey, I made this, can I make this for you? And do it again. And if you're going outside of your school into a situation like at a club team in the community or whatnot, where you can possibly get paid, then when they say yes, maybe say, hey, it's gonna be a couple $100 or whatever for this. Is that all right? And get a small little paycheck for going out and making that video. And through every video you make or every photo that you take or whatever, you're gonna learn what to do and what not to do, and you're gonna get better. So like if you just keep doing that and keep on taking on projects while you're in high school, and I'm assuming you're not gonna have to worry about paying rent, and you're definitely not worrying about like every single meal, because like most high schoolers just live at home with their parents. This is a great time to go out and do that type of pro bono work to get better. So like take advantage of it while you have the opportunity, and all these sports are just around you at your school. Huge shout out to everyone who's watched a video, subscribed to the channel, and got me to 15,000 subscribers and 1 million total views on the channel. That is mind-boggling to me. If you want to try to win one of the LUT packs or the 1 hour like mentoring, tutoring, I don't know, hangout session, I guess, then drop a comment on this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Instagram, and you'll be automatically entered. I'll pick a random comment from under this video in 1 week from today. This video is uploaded on Monday, so on the next Monday, I'll announce the winner. I'll announce it on Instagram, and I'll make a community post on this channel. So keep it locked. Make sure to comment with your Instagram handle down there. And yeah, I'll let you know who the winner is. If you have any more questions about anything, drop them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and until next time, peace.